So it's just been that. Hi, welcome back to the Just Okay podcast. No head's cut off because I'm not gonna feel like fixing it. Yeah, you got a slouch, bitch.
I'm down there.
I have my friend Noah Snyder.
Hey.
He has a flow of hair. It actually looks really, like, the way it falls is like a waterfall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's like the kindest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, he looks like a lesbian librarian most of the time. Yeah, I met you at the lovely open mics at the comedy shop.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And now, look at, you're making it big time on a podcast that only perverts watch.
That's
I love
true.
you perverts. I love you perverts so much.
I hope...
In the nicest way.
I hope since I look enough like a lady, they'll want to see my feet after this.
Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they'll want to see your tits.
That's exclusive
We have
content.
the same size tits.
We do have the same size tits. I have like I have giant nipples. I have like really big nipples.
Okay, I used to be when I was in high school, I went to this, it's called ACL, it's Austin City Limits, it's a music festival, and I went for the first time, and I've always been insecure about my nipples. It was like, oh, my tits look so much better when my nipples are hard.
Same.
And so
Same.
I originally had tape to try and keep my titties up, but instead the tape, it was too sweaty out there, so I was like just like a 16-year-old pinching my nipples.
Like every
few minutes at this music festival.
I would do the same thing, except when I would play like pickup sports, if like we were doing shirts for Skins, and like I'd be on Skins, I'd be like, "Word, guys," and I'd turn around and like go like that, because like if you one flick, it takes 7 seconds for them to harden. So once every like few minutes, I'd just go like that, turned around, and then turn back up and be like, "All right, let's get back to the game." Mine are normal sized when they shrink.
Yeah, they look better shrunken.
Yeah,
I think every nipple looks better smaller. I don't.
Yes. Have you ever seen that guy with like extremely tiny nipples? So he got like a tattoo around them.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I have seen guys with very small nipples. I'm like, it looks like a little Hershey's Kisses. I'm like, that's so small. And
What's a tattoo like that you would get? Like if you were missing a nipple, would you get a nipple tattoo?
A lot of breast cancer survivors do that. Like my mom had breast cancer and they removed her nipple.
Really?
And so
just the nipple?
They
like she still had a boob?
They did like part of a mastectomy,
yeah.
And so they tattooed on a nipple.
Oh.
I'm like, it's okay for you to get a tattoo nipple, but when I want to tattoo a wave on my rib cage, oh God forbid.
Well, one of those is trash.
Yeah, and it's a nipple one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You know what? I want to get a tattoo of a nipple on my forearm. That's what I want.
You should get that.
You get a nice, like, hey, do you want to suck on this nip?
Yes.
I could say I'm like the third. I'm like Nick Jonas with the 3, or Harry Styles with the
Doesn't
3
Nick
nipples.
Jonas have like gigantic? He has like really big flat ones.
I think Joe, the brother, edited that photo, but I wish it was real. Oh my God!
That'd
I remember
cool.
There was a girl in high school who she had what I call salami titties, because like my nipples are like, they're like glasses, but salami titties are like
they cover the whole.
Yeah, these are like what you wear.
Yeah.
Like her boob could be a goggle.
Yeah.
That was just a fact.
That'd be pretty cool to have like boob goggles.
What
would you see out of them?
Oh, it's like the eye ones that fall down like this, except it's just titties.
It's just boobs.
What would you see out of them? I feel like you would see just... What do boobs see? The inside of a shirt?
The grace of our Lord.
The grace of our Lord.
Yeah.
I feel like you would see an angel.
Probably.
But like the baby ones, where it's like their penis it's a little baby penis and it's an angel.
Like the ones in like the David and like God touching.
Why do they make all those baby angels so sexual? Like they're all doing faces.
They are all doing like weird like, who, me? Like, it's weird. I don't like it.
I think my friend Genevieve has a joke about that. Because there's a venue in Austin that has all of those things around, and it always
kind of like a church.
No, it's not even a church. It's like a really cool indie venue. It's called the Ballroom, and then they just have these random, for some reason, the Greek like babies that are like, is that my cock right there?
They're like,
no, Jesus, what am I gonna do about this? Oh,
they're like that one sunscreen mascot that's like the dog pulling down that girl's bathing suit. You know what I'm talking about? She's like, oh no, not my 7-year-old ass.
They really did use the most random pervy shit to promote everything.
Yeah.
I remember that
everybody in the 50s was because that's when all these characters came out. Like everybody in the 50s was a pedophile.
Oh, absolutely. Well, because
they're like, that girl's 7, takes 1 more year before she can bear a child.
It's so funny because like everyone, all these bigger comedians, like Jerry Seinfeld dated a 16-year-old, and it's fine. Which honestly, though, that it's better than a 12-year-old. You want to know what the legal age of consent in Mexico is? 12.
That's not okay. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. But that's just a fun fact. If you're gonna go do
who spearheaded like that?
Who was like,
age?
you know what, 12?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to date a girl that doesn't even know about her body.
Like, who ran on that platform? Like, if I'm elected, I'm going to change the age of consent. And, like, certain members of whichever party were like, okay.
Some people were, like, looking around. And it's so sad the majority was like, yeah. You know what? Let's let 12...
Or was it, like, he was running on so many good things that he like, also, like, like, when somebody sneaks, like...
gender equality, abortions, and then also 12.
It's when, like, politicians will push like a like saving certain ecosystems from oil drilling, but then they'll also put in like a little like stinger in there that they also want. So they were doing like let's create housing for all homeless people, and also what if we made like the legal age 12?
I feel like if there was gonna be any state that happens in, it would be Florida.
Definitely.
Like, I don't think they would pass anything good. It would just be anything conservative people want. But, like, they passed the Don't Say Gay bill. I don't know how they passed it. They couldn't say it. And then they also are passing a new bill called the Don't Say Period bill. That means you can't talk about periods till 6th grade, which, like, a lot of kids get their period before 6th grade.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be children bleeding and thinking they're dying. Yeah. And then adults are going to be like, well, we can't talk about it.
You're dying. They're going to be like, you are dying.
They're going to be, everyone's going to be
and then
like,
you're going to go to hell.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? And you're bleeding in your vagina. What? Did you sin lately?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like,
wow, you must have been thinking a lot about boys recently.
Wow, you must be such a fucking whore. You're bleeding from your vagina. What a slut. Ooh. Oh my God, it is going to be funny to see like this next generation of children being so uneducated and repressed in so many years. I feel like we're going to get a new round of serial killers out of Florida because a lot of serial killers but a lot of serial killers...
They do come.
They do.
Serial killers be coming.
They be coming for ya. It's because of ya. But a lot, like the clown one... He
John
was
Wayne
gay, and he really repressed it, and so, like, I think there's just going to be a whole new round of repressed gay and straight females, which I'm excited to see the females. It's our time.
There should be more female serial killers.
Like, we had Aileen Wuornos or whatever, because
the Charlize Theron in Monster?
Yeah.
Is that her? Yeah.
She was an icon. I have, like, several books, I think.
It's crazy that, like, the big... female serial killer looked like a man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, them trans athletes. I can't.
Oh, is she transgender?
No, but that was just because she looks like.
That was just a good riff.
Yeah, it was just a good riff. Hey, I just had to went in the fucking bank. Okay.
I was about to do it myself.
Fucking. No, a lot of female serial. It's so fucked. I read so much about serial killers.
Same.
I studied psychology and criminal psychology in college. Like, that was like my shit. I wanted to be a police officer. Well, I wanted to be a detective, then I found out you had to be a police officer first, and I was like, I'm not a fucking pig.
Yeah.
So,
I also had the same dream. Like, I didn't, like, take the steps to try to become one, but, like, I was like, I think I'd be a good detective just because I was watching a lot of, like, True Detective. Then, like, I came to the realization, it's like, oh, you need to be a cop first. It's like, I can't just apply.
Yeah, you can't just, like, be like, hey, I'm good at putting pieces together. No, we need you to target unarmed black men first.
You could become your own, like, private eye.
That's true.
Yeah.
Texas in general just is the South in general is, like, a fat...
Yeah, I mean, there's so much fried food, which is why I love driving through the South.
It's fried food, but also Hispanic people and, like, Hispanic mothers that will feed their kids when they're like, no, I'm full. It's like, no, you finished your food.
Oh, they're like my grandmother in that way. Because, like, my grandmother, I'm Jewish, in case you didn't know. And, like, even no matter how full I was, she'd be like, I was, like, rail thin. as a child because I wanted to be a model. And
J. Crew.
yeah, I wanted to be like every feature on my face was like gigantic, but I had like the skinniest body. And my grandmother would just like feed me like mundle bread and like matzo ball soup, like poundfuls of like each.
It's very common in Hispanic. It's also very rude in Hispanic culture to deny food. I think it's mostly any culture besides America. If you say any culture, really, they're like, oh, if we're offering more food, take it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we always say, oh, it's a very like Hispanic thing. I'm like, that's just like a people thing.
Yeah.
People like to feed people. I don't get it.
I think it's rude if like you haven't taken a bite of anything and somebody offers you something. I think like if you've had like a full meal and you're like, I can't eat anymore.
It's also I learned a lot about like the roots of eating disorders a couple years ago, and a lot of it stems back to like either being forced to finish food when you're not hungry because as a child, because it creates distrust in like your own natural instincts of your body.
Yeah.
Or like being told to not eat. It's like so weird.
Oh, I eat until it hurts.
You see I'm running bits. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was about to say, have you tried it on stage?
Yeah, I did well. I
should do that instead of alone with me on a podcast.
I'm also the thing though is I don't have any hot cousins, so that joke.
I don't either. Well, no, my cousin Richard's a hot guy.
You should introduce him. No,
Now he's married.
Well, Richard, you're a dick.
Richard, if you're listening, he pranks me every time we go to a wedding. He'll find the two oldest women at the wedding, and he'll be like, "No, there's these two girls that really want to dance with you." And like every time when I was drinking, I'd be like fucked up at the wedding. So I'd be like, "Oh, where are they?" So I'd always fall for it, and then he'd just bring me over to them. But I'd still dance with them because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, that's also like fun though. The guy who dances with like old women at weddings gets fucking laid though.
Yeah.
Because he's fun, and then he also like women are like, oh my god, he's so cute, he's so nice.
That was the other thing. Like I didn't know who at these weddings were my cousins because like I'm not that close with that side of the family. So like I didn't know who was my cousins and who wasn't. So I'd just be standing there trying to find somebody that doesn't look that much like me.
You know what the ultimate prank would have been? Was for him to set you up with your cousin at one of those weddings.
That would be insane.
That would have been hilarious.
He would be crazy for that.
That's so funny though. Because I'm not set with my cousins either. Like, I'm not like other Mexicans. I don't know my family.
Are you half white?
I'm half white.
Oh, okay. Dad
Mexican, my mom's white.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just like the weirdest combo, because my dad's parents were from Mexico, and so they really, like the American dream is to have your kid nothing like the country you came from.
Yeah.
So they did not drill in any shit he like picked up on it because he lived right on the border, but then like both my parents were like, yeah, you're just white.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you white. Like genetically I'm Mexican, just culturally
Yeah.
But you're Jewish.
I am. I was raised in a similar way where it wasn't like my grandma on my mom's side is pretty religious. My grandfather on my dad's side, my grandma on that side, she's Protestant. So like both of them were bar and bat mitzvahed, but I was just raised with like they like would do holidays every once in a while when we were like really young, and then like Hanukkah most of the time since like that's just Jewish Christmas. But then like that kind of like got weeded out, and then we just started celebrating Christmas every year, and then like that we didn't even get a tree anymore, and now it's just like gift day. It's present day.
Yeah, Christmas used to be such a big deal growing up. I feel like all holidays used to be bigger when you were younger, and then you grow up and you're like, oh, I guess I don't get presents for doing nothing anymore? What the fuck is it?
Thanksgiving is still like a big holiday for me. That's still like a big holiday for our family. Like we always do like a big meal.
Yeah.
Whether it's like out or
I will say
home.
that is the one time I'm like, pillaging and raping really brought people together.
Yeah.
White people go hard on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like just like living in America, because I think Thanksgiving has the best food.
Yes.
Out of all of the holidays, they have turkey.
Even the dessert's savory.
Stuffing.
Like pumpkin pie is a savory dessert. I don't like it. I'm not a big pumpkin fan.
Okay.
But like even that's savory. Everything is salt. And it's amazing.
My family, we don't do pumpkin pie. We do it occasionally, but our main thing is we would go skiing when I was younger every year in Vail, Colorado, and it stopped like the year before COVID.
Did you come from money?
Oil money's nice though. I like.
Seems nice.
Fracking's bad, but I had a couple cows, and do I know the cows? No, but I can say I have cows.
You have cows?
I like.
Wait, you guys did fracking too?
Yeah.
Damn. What's that like?
I've seen it, and I didn't know I was seeing it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like watching stuff. You're just like, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You just know what it's called, and you're like,
yeah,
I don't get it.
Like, I don't get any of this. I'm like, is it bad? Yeah. But I don't think anything is good anymore, though, because, like, yeah, at least I can own that oil's probably not great, but neither is Apple, neither is fucking Nike having children make their shoes.
Yeah.
Apple products. Yeah, I had a whole scare, like 2020, I got my Apple Watch and I got so high, I was like, am I gonna have to cut off my hand? All my... God, just
Sorry.
out of my drawer.
Sorry.
I have a jar full of condoms as a
condom
joke.
jar. Alright, let's see what brands we got.
I got those for free at this clinic in Austin.
One is super sensitive.
I never...
They give you a lot of condoms.
Yeah, well, I just took them in the bathrooms because I like to put them in gift bags for friends. I think it's funny to just give people condoms.
Kimono. These are the kind of condoms you have sex with. You have a baby in 9 months.
These are the type of condoms you get at a free clinic because that's where I got them.
Yeah, free clinics should be handing out better condoms because it seems like
they should get name brand condoms.
Yeah. Well, I don't
why doesn't Trojan Horse sponsor any?
I was
STD
literally
clinic?
just about to say Trojan, fucking Durex. They should all sponsor. Sorry, I'm getting my fingers all over.
You're fine. You can just leave them on the ground. Honestly, I'll just put them up later.
No. I made my mess. I made this bed. I'm gonna lie in it.
I mean, I feel like that would be such a good charity for them to have.
Yeah, it would probably be a huge tax. They just send all of the defective condoms.
Yeah, it would be really goofy. Also, it just makes...
That'd be so goated and goofy.
It'd be so goated and goofy of them to just be giving back to the whores.
Yeah. Give back to those young sluts.
Give back to those young sluts and kings, because men can't be sluts. I dated a guy once who legitimately was yeah, see, I'm a key, and women are a lock, and if you're an easy lock...
Oh, he got that from the Chive. What a fucking piece of shit.
Dude, he got Title IX at a school, and after...
That's such a funny sentence.
And after...
Going from, women are keyholes and I'm a key, he ended up getting Title IX.
And after...
What a sack of shit.
You know what's so fucked up? So I was raped before I dated him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then okay, it's fine. You didn't do it. And then I dated him and he told me about how he got Title IX and accused of rape. And I was he was the police cleared me, but the school kicked me out. I was oh, I'm so sorry. Fucking dumb idiot. Because this was my 6th grade crush. And anyway, so I knew him in 6th grade. We went to dyslexic school. We dated in 6th grade, and then we dated as adults. And I was that's so cute. So I was just wanted it to work because it would be so great if it was. It's
like a dyslexic The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, it's like a dyslexic. Yeah. Oh my god, we're both terminally ill. Wait, turns out we just can't read.
Yeah.
But yeah, and after I dated him, I was oh, he for sure raped that girl.
Yeah.
I was he absolutely raped her. But I was so stupid. I was literally there are so many times that I get embarrassed for myself. I was it's always me believing a man that makes me look stupid.
Yeah. I also love how you said his first name. People can just look up where you went to college.
I didn't go to college with him. But he did. I'll just say his first name, because it's not his government name, but it's it was his parents' name. His name was Tiger. He got kicked out for Title IX.
Yeah, you can say that since that's a fact.
But because we dated and I got roofied at an open mic, and this was my final straw.
What a fucking shitty place to get roofied.
He's such a sociopath, and so he came over to comfort me, then stole a naked Polaroid of mine because I wouldn't have sex with him, and I threatened to sue. I literally threatened legal action. He was you always do this. I was do what? He's you always play fucking games.
You're always threatening with legal action whenever I do a sex crime. What the fuck, Brittany?
I was I think that was my moment after years, almost a decade of knowing this guy. I was oh, you are an asshole. It's wild how some guys will have the greatest parents and just turn out so. I genuinely think he's just a sociopath.
I think some of that has to do with coddling Which I don't mean to be one of those people who's like, oh, the coddling of the American... Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's really just, like, when... Like, was it parents who, like, set up boundaries, or were they just really nice people?
They're probably really nice people, and they didn't, like, no, he definitely, like, it had to do with a lot of
things. Because, like, those kids are usually, those guys are usually just, like, really spoiled growing up.
But, like, I remember we would, like, fall asleep together, and he'd, like, beg me for sex, and I'd say no, and then he'd keep asking until I went to bed, and, like, I was like, oh, I don't know if he would have, like, raped her, but he definitely coerced her into it somehow, and I was like, that was, like, I was, like, in bed next to him, and that was, like, a realization moment. I was like, oh, shit, you raped her.
He's like a child asking his mom for McDonald's. It's like, come on.
Yeah. I deserve this.
Come on, I was so good today.
Yeah, it's like, no one, it's so...
I scored like 5 goals at practice.
It's so embarrassing, though, because I'm like, how many other dudes also think like you?
Yeah.
It's so scary out there. It's like, oh, well, I opened the door for you, you fucking bitch, and you don't want to suck my dick.
It's the bare minimum.
Yeah, because we also do applaud guys for doing the bare minimum, and so they get that, so they don't want to do anything above and beyond anymore.
And we shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I'm here to say, keep doing the bare minimum, boys.
I'm here to say...
We do as much as we can, and it's enough.
It is funny, though, like, because a lot of guys will just take eye contact as, like, being hit on. Yeah. And it's, like, one thing if it's, like, you know...
Yeah, I remember in middle school being at, like, a dance and, like, a girl looking at me, and I was like, oh, she totally wants to kiss.
What a fucking slut. God.
Just, like, glancing at me for a second and then looking away because her friend was behind me being like, holy shit, I'm gonna get my nut tonight, boys.
Dude, I never had middle school dances. I was so bummed. I wanted to so badly. I wanted to go through I wanted to be a slut.
Did your parents not let you?
No,
or you just didn't have them?
We didn't. I went to dyslexic school, then 2 private Christian schools. And dyslexic school doesn't have them. We just have a horny guy that ended up being a rapist. And then... Christian schools, you know, leave space for Jesus and no dance moves.
Oh, yeah. Did you grow up in, like, a footloose town?
No, it wasn't. It was, like, religious, but, like, the money type, to where, like, they care about God, but they care more about money.
They care more about, like, public image.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, like, we can't have, like...
It was weird.
We can't have an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
But then it's, like, there's more accidents because they're being so restrictive.
They could, like, legally kick out women who got pregnant from their schools. And I was like, that's insane. Or, like, if you were gay, they had, like, a whole thing you could be kicked out of the school. And I was like, that's so fucked up. Yeah. I remember one of the kids, he was, like, the lead in all the musicals. He came out gay and his parents were, like, crying. I was like, how can you be shocked? You also paid. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not saying it's your fault he's gay, but you also did put him in musical theater.
Ma'am, sir, your son is going to be a star. You have nothing to worry about.
It was, oh my God. It was so funny. I was like, really? This is shocking. Like, there were some girls I knew, and this was even at public school, who thought she, like, could change a guy to be straight. And I was like, okay, queen. Yeah. You're also, like, the ugliest one, too. If it's gonna be anyone to turn him straight, it's Megan Fox, not you.
Also, he'd just be best friends with Megan Fox.
Yeah. And that's way better.
Yeah.
I would rather have a gay friend than another man to have sex with.
Yeah. Same.
Nice.
Same.
What about you? What was your childhood like?
I would say it was, like, similar. My dad just, like, did sales. So, like, belonged to a country club.
Okay.
Pretty, like, we were, like, upper middle. So we had an affluent childhood. Never had to, like, beg or... but my parents were good at, like, setting up boundaries. Like, they, like, didn't want us to have some. They'd be like, nah.
My parents always made me work for stuff, and it was the biggest bummer, because you see kids being spoiled. Like, you think back in the day, you're like, I wish I would just get it, but now I'm, like, thankful for that.
Yeah.
Because it does create a work ethic, and even as mad as you are about it as a kid, it is, I hate looking back and being like, damn, my parents were right.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I always wanted one of those, like, do you remember those commercials where they'd have, like, kids, it was, like, miniature motorcycles, not like a dirt bike, but, like, miniature motorcycles and ATVs, and, like, they'd be driving down a highway, like, they were on, like, a children's road trip, and it looked so sick, and I wanted them so bad, and I was like, Mom, this is all I want for Christmas. And then Christmas came around, and it was like clothes and video games, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I wanted a motorcycle.
I wanted I wanted the fake mini Hummers that like had the
yeah,
I wanted one of those
look
so
sick.
bad. I was so mad. We also like lived on a massive hill too, and so I was like, this would be so sick to take my freaking Hummer down.
I had friends who had those, and I was like, why does fucking Jimmy get that? But I don't know. My parents like Jimmy's parents don't care about him. Like that's why he has those. Yeah. Jimmy's parents are pieces of shit.
Jimmy's parents Jimmy's
parents drink, okay? They're alcoholics.
They actually neglect him all the time.
Yeah.
They don't even go to Jimmy's place. I don't...
They'd show me, like, text threads between...
the talking shit
about... The fucking talking shit about Jimmy's parents text thread.
I do remember, though, my mom talked shit about me to another parent at a birthday party. Yeah. And it got back to me, because it got back to the kid, what my mom said, and so that created such a distrust for, like, years. I was like, woman, like, you... It is interesting. A lot of women, though, their relationships with their mother versus father. Like, my dad is, like, my favorite person. And then my mom and I are just now getting along. Yeah. But it's, like, for years, just, like, so much anger. But my dad could, like, literally do anything. And I would be like, oh, he's fine. Yeah. I was close with my mom growing up and my dad. We're all very close now. I was never, like, distant with my dad. We just had, like... Him and my brother connected with, like, sports, and I was much more, like, artistic, which I didn't realize my dad was until I got older, because he was, like, a drummer and loved music. But, like, my mom and I were very close, but she would always do this thing where whenever my brother or I fucked up, she'd, like, call her friends to gossip about us while we were in the car. She'd be like, you won't fucking believe what Noah just did. And I'd be like, I'm right here, and I'm 6. Like... That is so funny. And like I don't care. Like looking like I was pissed. Like there was one time where I remember I said to my mom, I was like, hey, can you not like call Aunt Viv and like tell her what just happened? She was like, why would I do that? And I'm like, because that's what you always do. Your mom's just being a woman, okay? Yeah. That's what everyone, at least I gave you like awareness for later in life what women do. Yeah. Because a lot of people are like shocked that women be telling people things. Women be telling. But also men be telling people things. Women be shopping. That is the number. Bitches be snitching. Yeah. On hoes. Yeah. I feel like it's also different when you do stand up as a girl, because it's like I feel like guys get approached by like reasonable women who are just hot and are like, oh my god, he's funny. But a guy hears a girl to stand up, he's like, oh, a woman with a loud mouth. a woman... bitch with opinions? Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, like I met a guy at a bar and he was so, my friend was like, yeah, like you should hit on her. And he opened his mouth and he was like, did you even go to college? Because I like do stand up. I was like, yeah, no, this is not going anywhere ever, and I will forever hate you. I'm like the worst with flirting, but I'm even worse at like reading signs. Because there was one time when I was single that like I had a really good set, and then I got off and I'm hanging at the bar, and like this was like, I hadn't quit drinking, but I was taking like a week off of drinking. And I'm standing at the bar, just like on my phone, and this girl comes up. She's like, hey, do you want a shot? And I was like, nah, I don't drink. And she was like, oh, okay. And then just kind of like looked at me, and I was like, and then just like went back to my phone, and I was like, oh, that was like an intro. Like that was an intro. And I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I wish like normal looking guys, not to be rude, but a lot of the guys who come up to women after stand-up shows are the worst. And same with the women that come up to me. Because like, not to be a bitch, I'm just not into like the purple haired woman. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with a bunch of piercings on your face. I have a bunch of piercings on my face. Yeah. Secretly. Well, you can't let them lock up. I was like, we can't be getting tangled, and also it's like Velcro getting stuck together. It's too much. Yeah, I don't want someone that shops at Hot Topic. Like, I'm the one that shreds the gnar, okay? I'm the one. I don't want to. You're the one wearing fucking. I'm the one that cuts myself. Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington stockings to the party. Yeah, I'm the one who says "rar." Yeah. XD. God, that was such an era of the XD. I completely miss, because I grew up going to an all-boys school, like kindergarten to through high school. So, like, there wasn't as much that. There was, like, maybe 1 or 2 kids in our class
but it was just like, we don't know what's going on with them. Like, they're off to like their corner, and we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And like be weird in that way. I have no fucking idea why that guy's wearing striped sleeves with fingers cut out of them. I don't get it, and good for them. I'm glad they like it, but I don't understand.
You live a better life. I just scrubbed the internet of so much weird shit. I did like the Kesha glitter eye ones, you know, took the little...
Oh, yeah.
And then I did I tried to watch Invader Zim. I didn't like it,
I
but
loved
my
Invader
friends
Zim.
liked it, so I watched it.
I loved all those shows. I just didn't understand... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm thinking now I might have been that person, since every article of clothing I had a skull on it.
Yeah, you might
growing
have
up. I think I was that guy. I think I was the person. Yeah, I was that guy.
I'm glad you're realizing something about yourself.
It was a huge realization for me.
Yeah.
Like, there was... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, there was like a time we went to this store at the beach, and I saw like a shirt. You remember those shirts that were like a short sleeve black t-shirt, but it also had like stitched in long gray sleeve coming out from under it? It was that, and it had a skull on it, and it was the Punisher symbol, and I was like, whoa, that's cool. I've never seen that type of skull before, because I needed to own every type of skull logo.
Yeah, you were that person.
And I didn't realize it said the Punisher under it, and my mom like comes over, she's like, is that what you want? And I went, yeah.
To continue on your personal device.
Shut up.
It's...
If the mic didn't pick that up, I was talking to a watch. And my mom was just like, whatever, man. Like,
she's like, I raised a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. She was always super supportive of whatever I wanted to do.
It is funny, because I'm like, you would have dyed your hair like black or something.
Oh, if there had been more people at my school like that, I definitely would have.
You would have
this isn't me like talking shit on people that went to public school. I'm saying like, if there had been a more prominent crowd of people like that at my school, definitely would have gone into that crowd.
It is interesting, because I have a lot of friends who were like in the weirder crowds, like, because I was kind of an outsider. Like, I would float around group, like I was nice, I just never got too close to anyone in groups, because I got bullied a lot because I was just so hot at such a young age. And so I was just so fucking sexy and bullied as a 12. So I just never got...
I was so hot.
It was because I had like the fattest ass ever, and they were just like, God, this 12-year-old with a fat ass. So I didn't get too close to anyone, but I would float around groups, and like, I just see now people from those groups, like, the groups, like, my parents were like, oh, don't hang out with the druggies, and now I have friends who like were in that crowd, and all their friends are dying now. Yeah. Or like the people who like were in like, I don't know, the popular groups, I feel like, are more or less like all having kids now, and it's just like fun to see how they've all branched off. A lot of the weird scene people also have died, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't get too involved.
Yeah. All I wanted to be when I was like a kid was in like the popular group. That's like all I wanted.
Badly.
I was like, if I get this, then I'll be happy. But I didn't realize that like you don't become like cool. You are.
Yeah, you just are that.
You have to not care. And if you want it, then you're bad.
Yeah, I'm glad, because I feel like I saw all those people peak though.
Yeah, I used to think that I peaked in middle school. Because I found out that just saying like really inappropriate shit was funny for like middle schoolers. So I like started having like more friends. And then like that didn't work that well in high school. So I like lost friends. So I was like, oh my God, should I kill myself? Did I peak in middle school? Like, a bunch of my friends were like, dude, like, high school was the best. And I'm like, dude, no. They were like, oh, I hated middle school. I was like, dude, I love middle school. I was the king of middle school. I would just say, like, boner, and people would lose their mind.
I hated middle school, but I loved high school. I loved the public school I went to, because I went 1 year at a Christian school, and I got bullied once because I didn't raise my hand high enough during worship. Yeah. Like, dead ass. I can, like, recall this so vividly.
Wait, people made fun of you for that?
There's this one girl who we used to be best friends.
We went to very different schools.
Yeah, we went to very different. She, like, because the people at my school, they loved Jesus. They genuinely pretended, because I was like, you don't genuinely love Jesus. Yeah, I was like... basically they didn't love Jesus, they wanted to fuck Jesus. Because if they loved Jesus, they would have treated me better.
To be fair, the way that like those places present Jesus, he is a very fuckable guy. Like
Not
long
just
brown
that.
hair.
Save yourself for Jesus. I'm like, why is he gonna want to
Beautiful
fuck
beard.
a 12-year-old?
Yeah.
You know? But okay. There's a girl who like straight up was like, what, do you like not love God? Like, what's your freaking issue? Like, if you don't love God, get out of here. It was the weirdest.
This is like the only school in America. It sounds like.
I think she was just a cunt, and just they would use any chance.
That bitch sounds like a loser. Like that's loser
my
shit.
My favorite.
Was she a Disney girl?
She's a Disney adult now. She had her wedding over COVID, and she had her. She had a picture of her and her husband kissing each other in masks and Minnie Mouse ears in Florida, and I was like, you know what, I won.
Yeah. You know what's the worst about Disney now? And I liked Marvel, I liked Star Wars, like I still like some Marvel stuff, but like Disney has collected all of the worst fandoms. Like they have the original Disney people, now they have Star Wars, and now they have Marvel, and they can all just collect in the same place and fucking like repopulate their own world.
I like going to Disney. I think going for rides is fun. I think it's like an experience, but like to go out there because you loved it, like the fucking passes for Disney World, it's so weird. I'm not like a Marvel fan. I think if you if you couldn't be your own superhero, you know what, you're sad.
God is a woman. But I think that all of those people are trying to reach a child, like reconnect with their own childhood. It's like heroin. Like it's like the first time you do heroin, it's supposed to be amazing,
for the back.
and you're just chasing that high. I think that's what Disney adults are doing. They're like trying to chase this thing that they used to have, and it's just not like they're all like I can't fathom them being happy. Like they all have to be dead inside.
They all live their 9 to 5s to be able to afford to go to Disney.
Like that's insanity. That's crazy. And like they want their kids to love Disney. Like that's not.
I mean,
I want to hit them.
There are a lot of weird fandoms like that. Like I went to a Slipknot concert. I don't like Slipknot like that.
Well, everything has a weird fandom.
But like Slipknot had so many people bring their kids to Slipknot. Yeah. Like they wanted them to be the next generation of screamers.
I don't think it's bad if it's like this is this thing I used to, because my dad was like a huge Deadhead, and like I went to my first show with him one time. And he's like not as big as you. Like he'll put on like the Grateful Dead radio every now and then, but he's like, I'm listening to that. Like I think it's fine. Like if you really liked this thing and you're like, hey, I really liked this thing. Maybe my kid will like this thing. It would be cool if we could connect over that. If it's like we're both gonna love this and do this every year, that's kind of fucking weird.
Disney. I didn't watch a lot of Disney movies growing up, which I'm like looking back, I'm so thankful for. That wasn't like my childhood. Because it is like sad to see people just have such strong opinions about the new Little Mermaid. You know? I'm like, you shouldn't be that upset over a movie. Yeah. You shouldn't be that like identity attached to watching Beauty and the Beast or going, you want to be a Disney princess. It's just so weird to me, this mentality. I didn't see The Lion King till 8th grade. But maybe I'm like the too extreme version of not watching Disney stuff, but...
That's fair. I never saw I still haven't seen Aladdin.
I think I've only seen parts of it. Like, I never watched these movies growing up, and everyone was like, oh, this was our childhood. I was like, that's not my childhood, thank God. Yeah. Granted, my grandma made me watch, like, a lot of, like, classic horror films with her, which...
That's a cool grandma.
I think that shaped more of my childhood.
Definitely.
And my interest in life. Which I take that any day, though.
Were you a big, like, horrorcore kid?
I love classic horror. I watch a lot of, like... my favorite, though, like, my guilty pleasure is, like, shitty slasher films. Yeah. I love good horror. Like, stuff that genuinely makes me scared, I love to watch. But I also love... like, high school for me... was just having background noise on TV while doing homework, which means I wasn't doing homework, but it was literally every Scream movie ever, Halloween, Nightmare on Little Elm. It was just like all these like shitty horror films.
Have you seen The Ritual? It's really good. It's a newer horror movie. What do you think of like newer horror where it's like more like about psychology and like relationships and like dealing with generational trauma?
I like them. It depends on who does it. I feel like Jordan Peele's fucking great at it. I really like the X ones, which I'm kind of confused on how it's horror. I don't get.
Are they not that scary?
I don't think they're scary.
I still need to see them.
More that she's a hot girl that was doing a porno. That's what.
Oh no! They murdered the hot girl.
No, a hot woman, no shirt on, just overalls. Oh, so spooky. Is a nipple gonna pop out?
A hot woman that really wants something in her life. Egad.
I'm just like, is the horror in itself the fact that she wants to be a star and she can't get out of this field? Like, what is it? It doesn't. But I do like a lot of the newer stuff. I love Parasite. That was a very good
Parasite
one.
was amazing. I love a movie that like has horror elements. Like, have you ever seen Sunshine? Sunshine's really good. It takes like a really horror twist. It's about like, it's gonna sound like a really dumb movie, but it's like Cillian Murphy. Is it Cillian or Killian?
I'm so bad with that.
Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, I think Benedict Wong, and it's basically about like these people that are trying to turn back on the sun.
Okay.
It sounds really dumb.
No, that sounds like.
But it's really fucking good, and then it has this horror twist in like the third act. That's amazing.
One of mine favorite ones it's Danny McBride. It's called Arizona. It's not like a horror, but it's a scary movie where basically he's like a fucking deranged. Like, I love the psychological aspect of it, and where he's a realtor that like just sucks and is like kind of loses his fucking marbles.
I love a movie about a dude that just sucks.
I forget if he was a realtor or he bought the house. One or the other, but basically he just fucking loses his mind. I love watching people lose their minds. Like, that is one of my favorite things.
Do you watch Barry?
No, I don't watch a lot of TV.
You'd love Barry. It's about a guy who's like losing his mind.
I don't know why. I've started to consume a lot less TV this past year, which is probably a good thing. But I'm just trying to force myself to read. It was like this whole, like, I went through a weird crisis where I was like, I'm going to be the person I want to read. And I think people that read are hot. So I want to read so I can be hot. That's literally why I listen to French music. I have no idea what it's saying, but like a hot person would listen to it. Like, a person who listens to French music fucks with their pinky up. Like, I think it's so cool to listen to French music.
Putting a vinyl on.
Yeah, I'm like,
making tea.
I have no idea I literally just have a Spotify playlist for it. I don't know any of the artists. I don't like get deep dive them. I
listen to Sweet George. I don't know how to pronounce it. Have you ever seen The Life Aquatic? He's I think he's Portuguese, but it sounds French.
Portuguese is such a, I'm not trying to offend people, an unnecessary language. Just be Spanish, bitch. Not to be offensive to an entire population of people.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. Sorry. Wow. Not sorry. Do you have anything? Oh, wait, I'm doing his show on the 15th.
She's going to be doing Kiwi Bagel, June 15th. Come out. Can I tell them all you're at, your home address?
No, not yet.
Fine. But yeah, Kiwi Bagel, I run it with Matt Hansel and Josh Semensky. Matt Hansel, who also has a podcast, it's very funny. Just going to plug it because he's my friend. It's called, I can't remember the fucking name of it, but look him up. I've been on it a few times.
Plug yourself.
Plug myself, fine. As I'm looking up the name of Matt's podcast. I'm going to be on some shows this week. I don't really have much to plug.
Well, yeah, I'll have his Instagram below, and I'll link the
Common Enemies. That's the name of Matt's podcast.
Watch Common Enemies.
Listen, I was just on an episode with Ethan Mead. It's fucking hilarious. We wear a fedora throughout the episode based on who griffs the best. But yeah, Instagram, _Snyder. I'm on Twitter as Regis Filthin with an F, no PH. Regis Filthin. That's a fucking awesome
name. With an F, no PH.
No PH. I'm so fucking famous, you guys. It's crazy.
Thank you so much. And, have some... don't do Title IX.
Don't do Title IX.
Don't do Title IX, that's a no-no.
I agree. Don't do Title IX.
Do Title 8. Wait, don't do Title 9. Do Title 69.
Title 69.
Okay.